Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Today, as always, I have a general reading for you, and as always with a general reading, only take what resonates and leave the rest. Not all of it is going to resonate for everybody, and that is okay. My messages are timeless and can be past, present or future. Spirit will always guide you to a message that you need to hear exactly when you need to hear it. For the ease of channeling, I'm going to use the pronouns he or she, but by all means swap them out for pronouns that fit for you if they don't. Okay. I'm just going to check I've got them. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what is going on in the collective, what messages we need to hear, what Spirit wants us to know. I'm hearing somebody wants to talk to you. Somebody wants to see you. Somebody wants to talk to you. Somebody wants to have a conversation with you. Okay. Let's get some more information, please, Spirit. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms. Destiny. I said destiny. I'm in density. Addiction. Let God in. Okay. This person that wants to have a conversation with you is somebody from your past that you've let go. We have Hireth, or Hireth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Somebody's missing you. Somebody from your past that you let go, or let you go. Okay, so there's two things here. You're going to have to take which one resonates with you, okay? For some of you, you let this person go, and now they're missing for you. Missing you. They want to have a conversation with you. They want to come back in because they're realizing what they lost or what they're losing. For some of you, this is okay. For a lot of you, this feels like a past person, but it feels like this person's only just realizing that they've lost you. So it feels like you walked away a long time ago, but they're only just catching up. Okay. For others of you, this is somebody who let you go, disconnected from you, and now they're realizing that they made the wrong choice. And that actually their life isn't better without you. This could also be that somebody needs to let go of you. Somebody you've let go of is refusing to let you go. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have weight of the world. Boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. For most of you, I feel like this is somebody that you let go. Okay. It may be that this person thought or was under the impression and has been telling other people that they've let you go, that they've walked away from you to save face, but this feels like you've walked away from them. This feels like, I feel like because you didn't do it loudly, like you didn't make a fuss, you didn't make a scene about it, you just quietly took yourself off. People didn't realise at first that you were letting them, it was you letting them go. Okay, I'm getting another message in. Somebody tried to let you go because they wanted you to make a fuss and kick off and chase them. and you didn't. You just quietly, you understand from a higher perspective that people come and go in your lives, and if you're not connecting with someone, you're not going to hold on like and fight for something if it's not like mutually beneficial. And I feel like this is the case, but somebody expected you to like kick off and make more of a fuss. Like somebody basically wanted you to fight for them, and you didn't fight for them. In their eyes, you didn't fight for them, but I feel like you'd already exhausted all of your fight on them, on trying to make things work with them. And I'm getting this situation where they disconnected from you to start with, or they believed this. See, in their head, they disconnected from you to start with, and now they're realizing actually, like, because you're silent, because you're not saying anything, like, the realization that you've actually walked away is hitting them. It's because like you didn't, and there's no animosity from your side of things. It's just that you're realizing that you kind of were outgrowing this person. You were growing and evolving and reaching new levels. They weren't growing and evolving with you, and there's only so long that you can keep that going, okay? Because you get to a point where it's just holding both of you back. Oh, excuse me. Something you said or did got up this person's nose, or something they did kind of triggered you, it like the final steps in you walking away. But it wasn't you didn't storm off, you didn't make a fuss. There's no fuss, there's no drama. You were like, okay, so it may be that this person was trying to cause drama in your life, and with this boundaries, like, I feel like you're a messenger of like peace and harmony, because we have messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. So I feel like you tried to bring balance to this connection, and it doesn't have to be a romantic situation, okay? It can be friends, family, it can be your career, it could be even your relationship with yourself, okay? So if it applies with your relationship with yourself, like whatever, like your belief system, your behaviors, your addictions, everyone is addicted to something, okay? And it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, but maybe you got to a point where there was something within yourself that you were continuing to do, but it wasn't bringing you peace, and you had to put boundaries in place with yourself. And this may have involved other people. I feel like there's a lot of people pleasing. There was a lot of people pleasing going on in this situation, and I feel like you were people pleasing to try and keep the balance within a situation. A situationship, and you were taking on too much of this other person or this situation. You were taking too much on, and it was kind of drowning you, okay? You were losing who you were because of it, and you had to step up. You had to put boundaries in place and say, enough, no more. And I feel like it got to a point where you were putting so much time and energy into this situationship, and then you found out something. Let's say it was another person, and let's say you found out that, you know, to your face, they were being really nice to you, everything seemed fine, and then behind your back, they were telling people that they couldn't get rid of you, that you were always around, that you were stopping them seeing your other friends, or that you would plan to be out with other friends and sorry, they would plan to be out with other friends and then you'd just show up when really this person had messaged you to meet up with you. But they were doing the same to others, okay? They were playing you all off against each other. But I feel like you kind of got wind of something. You found out something that was going on behind your back, and it was kind of like, hey, okay, I'm going to have to put some boundaries in place here. I've put in so much time and energy into being loyal to this person, this situation, trying to do the right thing, always coming from a place of love, and being kind to this person, because that's who you are, not because you were getting back anything in return, but just because that's who you were. And then when you find out that someone is like doing something behind your back or saying things behind your back that aren't true, it's a betrayal. And and that may be all it took for you to finally go, do you know what? F off. And now somebody isn't seeing that their actions have pushed you away, okay? And I've put this out in a different reading. Somebody, and this feels like a carry-on, somebody is not seeing that their actions pushed you away. Like, it's like they're seeing it, but they're not seeing it. It's not sinking in, because if it is, then their actions would have changed. And I feel like this was, like, you tried to tell them that their actions were pushing you away, and you tried to, but they didn't take you seriously. They didn't think that you'd ever find out what they were doing behind your back, but you did. And, like, they were laughing and joking about you behind your back, turning other people against you. They had a whole group of people laughing at you behind your back, for the way you dress, because for everything, for who you are, what you do. They were just taking the piss, basically, behind your back. And they've been so smug, telling everyone that, basically that they're too good for you, you need them. And actually, you're out here, you've kind of lost, silently taken yourself off, stayed in your own lane, focused on yourself, and leveling up within yourself. And now people are seeing you, and this person is seeing you on your own, content and happy, and that is what's making them finally realise that actually you've walked away from them. But they just don't understand why, okay? They can't understand why you've walked away from them, because they're just remembering all the good times that you had. They're ignoring all the times when things weren't good between you, and where you kind of tried to have that conversation with with them, and now they want to have a conversation with you because they just don't understand what they've done to deserve this, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing them. I'm seeing somebody sitting opposite me saying to the collective, I don't understand what I've done to deserve this. I haven't done anything to deserve this. I don't deserve this. Because but the thing is I don't even think that, even if you point out exactly what it is that they have done, if you gave them a whole list of things, I still don't think they're going to take it on board. Because this feels very much like somebody who you're going to tell them how they feel, how they've made you feel, and then they're going to flip it on you and try and shame you and guilt you into taking back how you feel about them and what they've done, just so they don't have to take accountability. They're going to try and turn this and make you take accountability and make you backtrack on what you've said. And that is exactly why I'm feeling the energy of, you're not going back, and you haven't gone back, and you don't want to go back, because you're done. Kind of like, it's like sitting at them, when you're talking to someone and it's like their eyes glaze over and they're just not listening. That's what I'm getting from this person. It's like they're just sitting there looking at you, nodding and, you know, oohing and ahhing in all the right places, but they're not actually taking on board what you're saying to them. They're not taking on board what you're saying to them. And I don't feel like you're the only person that's had this conversation with them about the way their actions and behaviours are basically a turn off. This person stole something from you or tried to steal something from you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Stability and a new beginning. Somebody tried to steal a new beginning. Oh, okay. Confirmation. The Empress card. In the Empress card, she's pregnant, and pregnancy doesn't have to be literally. I'm going to come back around to that though, because I have just heard something. Sorry, that's kind of thrown me a little bit. Pregnancy, the Empress doesn't have to represent an actual pregnancy. Okay, it just represents like a new beginning, birthing something new. So there was some sort of opportunity, and this is with regard to money and finances, your stability, your security, your home life, because we have Pentacles, and the Empress is ruled by Taurus, which is also an earth sign, linked into money and finances, okay, and business. So you could have had a business opportunity, a career opportunity that this person tried to take from you, or they did take from you, okay. What is for you can never be taken, okay, but it can be delayed, and it can be delayed on Spirit's say so, okay. So if Spirit don't think that you're ready to receive, then they can delay it, and they will use people in your life to help delay that. So this person may have thought that they were successful in delaying it, and to a good degree, yes, but what they didn't realise is that they were kind of being, it was a blessing in disguise for you, okay. So there was something like a business opportunity, some sort of, I was just about to say a collaboration, okay. There was some sort of collaborative opportunity, something that was going to be a new beginning for you. Somebody tried to take this away from you, okay. And coming back around to the pregnancy, I'm going to be very, very careful about how I word this. So you're going to have to pay attention and only take this if it resonates, okay? For some of you, somebody messed around with your fertility, tried to do fertility spells, and took or tried to take something from you, tried to stop you becoming fertile, or they tried to make you fertile on purpose, okay. You're gonna have to take that as it is. I don't want to go further into that, because it's not for everyone, okay. But somebody tried to take a new beginning from you, something that was a blessing, and it was offered an offering from the divine. It was some sort of abundance, or something where you'd a seed that had been planted, okay. For most of you, this feels like career, business and career. For a very few of you, it's something to do with fertility, okay. And the fertility stuff feels like it was done in the form of spell work, okay. the business side of thing may also have been, but it also feels for a lot of you more physical. With these pentacles, it feels more physical. Okay, somebody may have tried to steal money from you, may have stolen money from you. It could have been a collaboration opportunity, but it was something that was going to bring you in a new beginning with abundance, fertility, growth. It wasn't successful in a sense, but it was at the same time. It was kind of delayed. They haven't successfully taken from you. All they've done is delay it. Okay? For some of you, I'm hearing purpose. Somebody tried to take your purpose from you. You could be a divine feminine. Somebody tried to mess with a divine feminine or a sacred feminine. I feel like somebody tried to mess with a divine feminine, but the divine feminine, when she levels up and she's in full alignment, becomes the sacred feminine. Okay? Let's get some more clarification. The thing is, okay, this, whatever this is for you, and you're going to have to, this is where you have to only take what resonates with you, and you have to realise that general readings are not personal readings. So there's a lot of things it could be, so you're going to have to like apply it to where it fits for you. But it feels like this person tried to unravel something for you, but the seeds, your roots run deep. Your seeds, you'd already planted a seed. You'd already planted the seeds. With regards to whatever this was, you'd already planted the seeds. And they'd already, I'm seeing like a tree or a plant where you plant the seed, the roots come out, and then they kind of like take hold, and then once those roots are there and they're firm and solid, there's no, you know, no shaking them. And that's what they couldn't, because they couldn't see it, they couldn't see what you had planted. They didn't realise how far along your healing journey you already were, okay? With regards to your self-worth, your boundaries, your self-love. They may even, if this may even have been that they tried to unravel all of that work, that healing work that you have done. But it feels like something was being offered to you, and this person tried to take it from you. The Hermit. Seven of Cups. But the whole time, every time, I'm not saying that this person, like, if they were trying to get in your head, for example, and plant seeds of doubt in your head, it's not that they weren't successful in that. It's just that those seeds of doubt couldn't take hold because you'd already come so far along your healing journey, and you were, every time a seed of doubt was coming, something was coming up for you, so every time something triggered you, or a what are they called? My mind's just gone blank. Intrusive thought. Thank you, Spirit. Every time an intrusive thought came up, or something happened with this person, you didn't speak up, you didn't say anything, because you could see from a higher perspective there was more going on underneath this person. It's like you could see their wounds and their healing, and you kind of were just kind of helping them. I feel like you were transmuting things on their behalf, and you were doing it without saying anything. But it got to a point where this person was kind of then just kind of throwing things at you so that you could transmute it for them. Like, they can then kind of start to get greedy and take that for granted and not do the work. And then you kind of took on too much, like I say, you take too much of this energy on, and you to the point where it was becoming overwhelming and you kind of were losing yourself. So you had no choice but to disconnect. Your intention was to disconnect from this person so that you could do the healing within, so that you could then go back out. But that's what this person didn't want you to do. They didn't want you to do the healing. They didn't want you to go within. This person was making choices to sabotage you whilst you were making choices from a place of self-love and self-worth. And to start with, like I say, you were just trying to disconnect from this person to go within and do the healing and work on that. But it feels like this person got really pushy. They got really, really pushy, and their actions, whilst you were disconnected from this person or this situationship, this group, it's kind of like they were doing things behind your back. And because you're very sensitive to energy, what was happening was their energy became repellent to you. It became like you were noticing that when you went back to this person, that their energy was icky, and then when you came away, you were feeling icky. So it got to a point where it's like opposite, like this, a magnet, and you have the attract or repel. Their energy was repelling you, or more to the point, your energy was, it was kind of like you're repelling each other, sort of. Let me explain. As you level up, your energy becomes magnetic to certain types of people, but it's also going to automatically repel what's not for you. So your energy was kind of repelling this person, and instead of them looking at what was going on and why this was happening from a higher perspective, and it was because you'd leveled up and they hadn't, they were too far, like it wasn't a vibrational match, they were then just choosing to do, they were just doing the same things over and over and over when it came to you, or not doing, as it may be in the case of some people, like they weren't taking action towards you, they weren't stepping up for you. And they, as you like were leveling up and becoming more self-aware, more discerning, their mask was slipping, and you were kind of seeing this person for who they were, like for who they were, because what you were realizing was that they were mirroring back at you who you were. And then it got to a, like when you like saw potential in this person and you were seeing yourself through them, and then it kind of reversed and you started to sort of, this person's mask started slipping, and they were doing more and more things to kind of like treat you mean, keep you keen, and they would be, it's just weird, and it kind of just repelled you because you're like, oh, I don't want to be around that, and that's no, you didn't want to be around the gossip, the drama. You didn't want to be sat around doing nothing all day. You wanted more from your life. You knew what you wanted, and you were kind of going after that. And this is what this person can't see. They're not seeing how their energy was, because they thought that they had you fooled. They didn't, and I still don't think they can see it. They can't see how you can see through them that their words, their actions, and their energy is not in alignment. And when it's not in alignment, you can't, you automatically, you just, like, you could try and go and see them. You could try and be around them. But like a magnet that is repelling another magnet, it was pushing you away. Your energies were repelling each other. Okay? And that's what this person didn't understand and isn't understanding. That it's vibrational, not personal. Because had they stuck around, had they been honest and open and done their shadow work, even in this lower vibrational energy, you could have stuck around for that. But it's when they became deceitful and their energy wasn't in alignment with their words and their actions. Like, it wasn't all in alignment. Does that make sense? So, and like this person, because this person is confused. They're utterly confused as to why you're not speaking to them. Why you're keeping quiet. Why you're keeping all your knowledge and your wisdom to yourself. I also feel like somebody else, like I said, somebody else has knowledge and wisdom with a deeper insight into this situation and why you've walked away, and they completely understand it, but this person is not listening. They're not getting the message. And it's maybe their spirit team trying to, like, make them aware, but it could also be somebody on a physical level. But this person is missing you. And all the things that they were doing behind your back whilst you were off healing was because they were missing you. Which makes no sense to me. Why would you go behind someone's back and slander them, slag them off, do horrible things if you miss them? If you care about someone, if you truly care about someone, you don't do that. This is what I'm saying, this person doesn't have a clue. There's no, what's the word? I can't think of the word, but they just don't get it. They're just not getting it. Ooh. But now they're like scared because they're realising that you might actually have walked away for good. But they still don't understand because they still don't see that they've done anything wrong. They're confused. Everyone keeps telling them that they're at fault and that it was their actions. And they're like, why is everyone telling me that? I've done nothing wrong. So it feels very much like this is like a cycle that repeats with this person, and there is another person or a group of people that are very, very aware of this person's behaviour and actions and lack of actions, and how it basically, like they're like, in the past they've kind of just let them get on with it, and now it's like they can't ignore it anymore. Like people have just kind of just gone, oh, you know, just, oh, pacify them, let's people please them because they'll kick off or whatever, because what this person has done is also, every time someone brings up something, some sort of issue that they have with this person, they turn it on them, so that they then feel guilty, and this person doesn't receive accountability, doesn't receive like the consequences of their actions. They don't take accountability, and people, there is another person or a group of people that are now trying to hold this person accountable, and it feels like they're banging their head on a brick wall because this person cannot see what they've done. This is, I'm telling you, this is energy that I've done in another couple of readings. It's just a continuation. Like this, and it's coming up because this person is trying to get back in your energy. This person wants back in your energy because they don't understand what they've done. They can't get closure because everyone's telling it. And this is what I feel like they might do. If they get the chance to have a conversation with you, and I do feel that that is very highly unlikely, but that's your choice. You have that choice to have that conversation with you, and it may get to a point where some of you where you have no choice but to have that conversation with them. But I feel like they're going to turn around and like play victim and go like, everyone's blaming me, but I haven't done anything wrong. Please, like, tell them all that, you know, I didn't do anything to you. I haven't done anything to deserve this. And I can see you just sitting there like, oh, hell no. We're not having this. Absolutely not. You're not doing this to me again. Like, you're not going to continue to invalidate my feelings and your actions towards me. You moved how you moved. I moved out of your way respectfully. Is that not clear? Is that not clear enough to you? What more do I have to say to you? What more do I have to do? I have cut you off. I have moved away. I have not come back to you. I have no intentions. I've got no unfinished business with you. I don't need closure. Me walking away is closure enough. What else is it going to take to get through to you? Like, I'm literally seeing you, like, the collective sitting there, just looking at them in, like, just gobsmacked. Like, really? After all this time, can you still not see what you've done wrong? This is I don't know if this person has genuine issues that, like, medical issues where they, or some sort of condition where they cannot see, or whether or not this is someone with actual narcissistic personality disorder. Either way, they could do, this person could do with some sort of outside help. You can't help this person. I genuinely don't know if anyone can help this person based on their energy, their current energy, and that can change. I honestly don't think that this person is going to learn or is going to realise that their actions have consequences until everyone walks away and they are left alone. And I'm not suggesting that you gather people to, you know, isolate this person, because that's just bullying, and I don't stand for bullying. I'm just saying I just can see this person ending up alone. They're going to push everybody away, and they're going to still sit there and say that they've done nothing wrong and it's everyone else is the problem. This person has no problem blaming everybody else for what goes on in their life, but they cannot take accountability. They cannot hold their hands up and admit that they were wrong, because in order to do, which means they're not going to do their shadow work, because to do shadow work you have to hold your hands up and admit that sometimes maybe you fucked up, and it's not fun, it's not easy. Ego death is hard, but as you go along it does get easier. But I just can't see, like, I don't feel like this person's got any guilt or shame for what they've done, because they genuinely cannot see what they've done. Let's get some advice or spirit, please. Advice or spirit. Let's get some advice from spirit with regards to, like, more information on this situation and this person, and their advice with regards to moving forward. Okay, because Spirit's advice is, you don't have to follow it. Okay, you have free will. You don't have to follow my advice either. It's exactly that. It is guidance. It is advice. You have free will to do what you want to do. Okay, as long as you're coming from a place of integrity, that's all that Spirit will ask of you, is that you make sure that you're doing the right thing and that you're not going out of your way to screw other people over. Okay, other than that, you are free to do, what you want, because there will be consequences. And I think the point is here that this person doesn't understand that even if on a physical level, oh, okay, this person is receiving karma for everything that they've done to you and for everything that they've done to others, but they're not understanding that it's their karma for what they've done. Because they can't see what they've done wrong, they believe that their intentions were pure and that their actions were pure and their lack of action was pure. They believe that they came from a place of self-love and not ego. Other people are trying to point out that actually maybe they were coming from ego and not a place of self-love and boundaries, and this person's absolutely refusing to see it. So they don't understand why they're receiving karma, and part of their karma is you walking away and not going back. This person cannot understand, or this group of people cannot understand, that even if they believe their intentions are pure, Spirit, so energetically, their intentions were coming from a different place. They weren't coming from a pure place. Their intentions were coming from a place of control, trying to control your life, and Spirit won't turn a blind eye to that, because then you're impacting on someone else's free will, and that's why that I realise now that's why I started saying what I said. Like, as long as you're moving with pure intentions, Spirit are going to allow you your free will. But when your intentions and your actions and your choices are impacting others and other people's free will, Spirit are not going to take kindly to that. So let's get some more advice or guidance from Spirit, please, with regards to this situation. Meditate and contemplate. This person needs to actually sit down with themselves and take a look in the mirror and reflect on their actions and their lack of actions. But honestly, at this moment in time, I don't feel like they're going to do that. It's time to release negativity, and we have your commitment is being tested. On the bottom of the deck, work through your fears. This is definitely somebody that you've already released or are in the process of releasing. It feels more so that you've already released them, okay? And it may have scared you to release this person. This person may have been somebody that was in your life for a long time, or they may have what's the word? Like, I'm really sorry, I don't know what's going on with my words. But somebody, it could have been like, like somebody like, I don't want to use the term hierarchy, but somebody like with a higher standing within like a family setting or employment. So, because what I'm seeing is like a tree. So it could be that you walked away from a parent or an auntie and uncle, or it could have been, this could be something to do with like a boss. So this could be to do with career. But it feels very much like you felt like there was an obligation towards this person because of who they were. Because of who they were to you and how much you cared. And because potentially by walking away, there was going to be fallout from that, and you were going to get the blame. But I feel like you pushed through that fear, and you were like, do you know what? At the end of the day, sticking around, I'm not happy anyway, and I'm getting blamed for everything anyway. So I might as well do what's right for me and walk away, and then I don't have to listen to it anymore. And actually, it's paid off. And it was a test. It was a test of how, of your healing, how far you've come on your healing journey. Had you learnt the lessons? Were you going to prioritize yourself? Were you going to let your people pleasing ways go, or were you going to continue this cycle? And you chose yourself. You chose self-love. You chose to walk away despite what the fallout, despite being made the scapegoat. And in doing that, it's paid off for you. It has paid off for you because your life is much more peaceful, you're much more content, you're happy on your own. And this person is having to deal with the fallout now because people around them are now questioning and starting to realise that by you walking away, this person's mask is starting to slip, and it's like waking up everyone around them to how this person has been treating not only you, but them as well, and where they've been people pleasing this person, and it's inspiring them to stand up and hold this person or this group of people accountable. So somebody, there is somebody, and it could be a father figure or somebody older, who is actually really proud of you for standing your ground and holding people accountable. And that could be that you just, even by disconnecting and not going back to these people and allowing them to continue to abuse you and use you as a scapegoat, you're standing your ground. You're making a point. You're it's like a silent protest. You don't need to be loud to get your point across. Your silence speaks volumes, okay? Because the thing is when you're arguing with people and trying to justify things, there are certain people like this person. That's what they want. They want you to react like that. They want a reaction out of you. Whatever they've done, whatever they're doing now, you're not reacting. And now they're starting to get the message that actually you're not coming back, but they can't understand why. They are utterly confused, and the people around them are like just like pulling their hair out and like just like getting to the point where they're just getting fed up with it. They're fed up with it. They're realising that you weren't the one playing victim. This other person is the one playing victim. And this person doesn't feel guilty or remorseful for what they've done because they can't see what they've done. So they can't take accountability because they can't see what they've done wrong and what they're doing wrong. Okay, so we're gonna I'm just gonna pull a card quickly with regards to advice and guidance for you with regards to what spirit would like you to do. Probably just continue on what you're doing and using your discernment, always discernment. Make sure you're keeping your energy clear, okay? Up your protection at this time because this person really does feel like they're pulling on your energy. So you may be feeling like really exhausted, really fatigued, really drained, and you're not understanding why, because maybe you're not doing anything that is going to drain you to that level, but it's because this person is pulling on your energy and trying to pull you back in, okay? because they want to talk to you. They want to sit down and have a conversation with you. You may find that they reach out to you, or somebody is going to reach out to you with regards to this person in this situation. Because there is also someone here that is feeling, and it could be this person that cannot see what they've done wrong, or somebody else in this situationship is like, okay, enough's enough. You've been silent long enough. This situation has gone on long enough. Let's sort it out. But there's nothing to sort, because you've got no animosity, no resentment. There's nothing. It's almost like you're numb to this person in this situation. Like, they miss you, but you're not missing them. So there's no need from that point of view to sit down with these people. They're the ones who have unfinished business with you, and it's because they're the ones in the wrong. And they're the ones that came up against you. You did nothing wrong because you chose yourself. You came from a place of integrity and your actions were pure. Theirs weren't, and that's why they that's why they can't get closure. That's why they have unfinished business with you. You have no unfinished business with them because your side of the street is clear. You've cleared your side of the street. You have nothing else. So let's get some advice from Spirit with regards to moving forward with this situation. Unconditional love. The Divine Mother. Thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me to give and receive the love I deserve. Absolutely. You walked away from this person or situation because you realised that you deserve to be treated better. Okay? Continue to do that. Continue to work on your self-love. Make sure that, you know, you're giving to yourself, and that, you know, that, because then when you give to yourself and your cup is full, you're able to give to others from the overflow. Okay? So if you're starting to feel a little bit drained, maybe you're giving too much of yourself. So maybe just pull your energy back from things, people, places and situations, just ever so slightly, just to work out where it is that you're giving too much of yourself, okay? Trust your vibes. Thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. Absolutely. Your spirit team are guiding you every day. You just, you know, be open to hearing them. Spirit are balancing the scales of karma, and everything that this person took from you or tried to take from you is going to be returning to you tenfold. Okay? Trust your vibes and your intuition with regard to, like, you trusted your intuition with regard to this person and situationship. And it is trusting off. You trusted your intuition, you followed your intuition, you followed your guidance, and it's going to pay off for you. Okay, if it hasn't started paying off yet, it will. The scales of karma are being balanced, and this person is receiving their karma. You are going to receive your dharma. Okay, the universe is going to be blessing you. Something big is about to come in for you, and it could be with regard to your money and finances. It could be regard to a contract or a collaboration. On the bottom of the deck, leap of faith. I'm ready to take a leap, angels. Thank you for doing it with me. Yeah, your spirit team is supporting you. There's a contract or some sort of collaboration about to come in for you. That's going to change your life and bring in stability, okay? And that contract or that collaboration could come in the form of a romantic situation, or it could come in the form of a new job, or collaborating with someone on a business level, okay? It's going to be something that you've been manifesting in the spiritual is working its way down to the physical, okay? It feels really big, and I'm starting to get really excited. It feels really exciting too. I am just hearing, release the outcome, because something that you've been manifesting is going to come in a way, but it's going to come in a way that you haven't expected it to. or you weren't expecting it to, but it's going to be better than you expected. And it may not appear like that to start with, but just trust and have faith in spirit and your angels, okay? Because they do have your back, and they're never going to... It's down to you to choose whether something's a lesson or a blessing. But spirit is always going to give you what you need in any moment. So just trust and have faith, okay? But I'm starting to like... I'm getting a little bit distracted because I'm getting a little bit excited. Something is coming in for you. And it's going to be different for everybody. But it's going to create... It's going to bring you stability. And for a lot of you, I do feel that this is financial for a lot of you, okay? For some of you, that this relates to romantic. It's a collaboration with a romantic partner, that with the two of you, things are going to be like manifesting a lot quicker, okay? Somebody who's going to come in and support you with your purpose, okay? Let's get some affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements about how we want to be, how we want our lives to be, and when used regularly, they can really help to maintain a positive mindset, okay? So if you are having any intrusive thoughts, affirmations will help to overcome those, okay? So let's get 3 affirmations, please, Spirit. Thank you. I don't need to control life. I trust in magic and miracles. Absolutely trust and have faith in your angels and the divine. They have your back. You know this already. You trusted and had faith in this situation, and it's paying off. It's paying off for you, because as you remove people, places and things that are no longer serving you, and realizing that not everyone is for you, and that's okay, and that equally you're not for everybody, and that's okay. That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. You're going to start to attract the people that are a vibrational match to you. You're going to attract your soul tribe, okay? And you won't need... These were people that just understand you and get you on a different level. You won't need to explain yourself to them, because if you need to take time off, they're not going to take it personally. They're going to know, like, you're off, you're busy, you're doing something, and you'll catch up when the time is right. It's, they'll understand it's not personal, and if they feel like it's personal, then they will look within them to find out what's being triggered for them. And if they feel like they've done something wrong, or that you've done something wrong, they'll come to you, and you'll be able to have those conversations and work through them. These are healthy relationships that are coming in for you, and for some of you this is romantic. For others it's new. It's in the form of new friends, but there's some sort of recognition. In the past, I kind of feel like you've gone to the wayside, like people have overlooked you. People aren't going to be overlooking you anymore, okay? You're getting public recognition. Someone's getting publicly embarrassed and humiliated for what they did to you as part of their karma, and you're getting publicly recognised for the work that you've been putting in as part of your dharma. In my heart, I know that good things are coming my way. Absolutely, I told you, something is coming in. Oh, I'm so excited. I just feel so excited. I'm really happy. I love when people get something that they've been working on, because I know how much work has gone into manifesting that. So whatever this is for you, congratulations. I'm going to take this one, okay. I like to take care of myself with love through rest, play, movement and positive thinking. Absolutely. Self-care, self-love. Keep doing that. Keep doing you. Keep being the amazing human that you are. The door that closes for me is the wrong door. The door that opens for me is the right door. You closed this door. You have shut, locked, bolted this door because it's not the right one. And Spirit is opening up another one. There are opportunities coming in for you. Something big is coming. To others, it might not feel so big, but to you, it's really big, okay? Because it's something that you've been wishing and hoping for a while. Okay? I'm going to leave it there. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Namaste.